There's a new kid on the block, CRF300F, replacing the 250F. Let's go ahead and talk about this. So as a lot of you may know, and if you don't, yes, the CRF250F is what essentially brought me into the YouTube game with their performance. But now, this is no more. And we're bringing out the CRF300F for 2026. Now, there's been some speculation on what are going to be the differences. Some have said liquid-cooled, air-cooled, oil-cooled. There's so much circulating on this thing. Well, Honda has released on their website what the differences are. We're going to go ahead and cover some of that stuff. And, well, is it really worth it? Let's dive in, and y'all make the call. So, while yes, the rumors were true, the talks of the CRF300 are coming to life. And they have came to life. You can no longer get these 250Fs unless they are overstock. And yes, my lovely little pit bull is here to join us. However, you kind of had to see this kind of thing coming. If you really look back at Brazil and the things that they've done as far as the 250F and these big bore kits and stuff that a lot of you guys may know me for as well. Yes, the 300, it was bound to come around sooner or later for just a little bit more power. And a lot of things have said that the 300 is. It's going to have a little bit more torque and all, which is what a lot of people really sought after. But in Brazil, you also had the XR, the 300 Tornado. You had that 300, the Sahara, the adventure bike. So there was a lot of stuff that they already had there in the 300cc realm. Now, versus the 249cc 250F, 300 is going to be a 293cc engine. What I will say is that the talks between air-cooled and liquid-cooled, Honda has released the 300 is also going to be air-cooled. So Honda's reliability, they've really done good over the years with their air-cooled bikes, and a 300cc is not that big of a jump, okay? The 310s that we run on the big bore kits and all, you don't need any oil coolers, anything like that. They run perfectly fine. Now, yes, it is going to also still be fuel injected, so no difference in change there. As far as the suspension, from Honda's site, it is the same exact suspension, all right? Your front forks, they are still going to be the 41 millimeter Showas, all right? It's going to still be the ProLink, the rear as well. The travel is the exact same. Now, as far as going from steel to aluminum, that, I don't know, maybe somebody could let me know in the comments, but from some of the things that were released in Brazil on the 300F to what the US models have released and Honda has on their site, I can tell you that the oil-cooled was something from Brazil that was kind of talked about there, but Honda has released it is air-cooled. So there may still be a little bit of up in the air. However, I do not know if it is going to be from steel to aluminum. Now, what I can tell you is, though, we're going from 265 pounds on the 250F, and we're jumping up to 273 pounds. So we're gaining 8 pounds of weight. The fuel tank, same exact size. The seat height, so you're going up to a 35-inch seat height versus the 34.8 seat height, which is on the 250F. So that is a 0.2 difference. And the CRF300 is not the same engine as the CRF300L. The 300F is going to be, again, the 293cc. The CRF, the 300L, is only a 286. So it is a completely different engine, liquid-cooled versus air-cooled, and so on and so forth. Front suspension, a little bit different. There's so many differences, so it is nowhere near the same bike as the CRF300F. Now, one of the other big changes that they did was they did put a 6-speed gearbox in it. So for some people that were talking about how it would be nice for the 250F to have that extra gear, well, that 300 is going to now cater to you. With the 6-speed, it does have a little bit more bite as far as the bottom end for torque, from what I have read and some people that have done some ride reviews on it that got released. There's also been a little bit of talk about as far as the clutch pull being slightly easier. There's also going to be a 0.1 inch difference in ground clearance. So the CRF300F is going to have 11.4 inches of ground clearance. The 250F has 11.3. As far as your tire sizes, the tire sizes are the exact same. They did not up the rear to like a 110, a little bit wider, nothing. Nope, it is still your same exact sizes as the 250F. Now, last but not least, price point, what are we looking at? Well, according to Honda, so the MSRP for the 250F was $49.99. Well, that's what they're shooting at with this CRF300F, $49.99. So, as far as the MSRP goes, on Honda's website, they are the exact same as what they were before. So, the 300 destination charge, of course, that everybody adds on and tacks on. So, is it worth it? I'll be honest with you, whether it's worth it or not, that's going to be up to you guys. Same price point, it's going to be a heavier bike, but you do get a 6-speed charge wanting something brand new. You're not going to be able to get this one brand new. So, it's really going to be up to you guys on what you guys really think. Otherwise, get a used 250F. I'm still a big advocate on the bore kits though, whether it be the 275, the 310, the 360. I'm a little bummed personally as far as the suspension aspect that they didn't improve anything there, especially the weight reduction aspect of things. The bike could have had a diet. Instead, we made it 8 pounds heavier, kept the same fuel tank and all that. So I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air on this. So hopefully that helped clear some stuff up as far as some of the similarities and differences on the bike. Now, as far as a ride review, of course, as I said, we don't have our hands on one. If anybody would like us as far as to do a review, put them up against even some of the big bore bikes that we've got or a standard 250F, we'll absolutely be more than happy to do it. As far as us purchasing one, it is not seen in our future that we will be purchasing one as of yet. Would need to actually see one, ride one, get the feel down for it. So hope this helped you guys out. We've got some videos coming out as far as covering some of the bore kits. 310 review for my buddy who has hit over a year for his bike. And we're also going to go over some of the other bore kit options with Force Cam. We're going to kind of break every single one of them down and give you guys the rundown on them. So stay tuned for that stuff, guys. I appreciate y'all as always. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. See ya.